Okay. So we are writing a topic where this part, the first part, is called as the topic. Okay. The essay
Okay.
topic. The second part here, this question, okay, is called as the question type. Okay. What is it called? Question type.
Question
So
time.
here the question type is this. I really need to write advantages and I really need to write disadvantages. Okay. So I don't have a choice. And means what? Plus. That means, in short, I have to focus on para 1, on advantages in para 1, and on disadvantages in para 2. Did you understand how I decide what to write in the essay?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The moment they say and, I understand whatever is after and has to go in paragraph 2. And before and, it has to go in paragraph 1. Okay. Now, even before I really decide what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, I'm going to focus on the introduction. All right. Nobody writes the word introduction. This is only for your understanding. So the introduction would be something like this. I have to only think of 2 sentences. Okay. I just need to write the same thing, exactly the same thing. Okay. I need to introduce the topic. What's the topic? This is the topic.
Rent.
Yeah. Okay. The topic is in a comparative mode. Which mode? Comparative mode.
Comparative.
How do I understand the word
It is a
than?
comparison than.
Yeah, right. When they say prefer, when they say more than, less than,
Hmm.
better than, all this means comparison. Okay. So the question is in comparison format. Now, which side is preferred? Which side is preferred, renting or buying?
Hmm.
What does the sentence say?
Prefer renting than
Renting.
renting.
Renting. Yes. So the question says, I'm not saying it. The question says, some people, is it I? Is it my opinion?
No.
No, it is
Others.
somebody else's opinion. So I would say it is, okay, or I'll say renting is considered. You understand when I write considered? What does it mean? It's not my opinion. I'm not saying it, go for renting. Okay. If I write renting is better than buying, it means it's my opinion. Although I don't write I think like that, but it's still emphasizing that it is something which I'm saying, right? So you should say renting is considered as a better option than is also comparison. Okay. What? Buying a home. Do you understand? Renting is considered as a better option than buying a home. But don't you think, oh, I'm repeating the same word, renting, buying, home? Yeah. Now let's change. Renting what? Let's put it like leasing a property, okay, or a home or a house. If you don't want to really put property, can be commercial, and this leasing a house is considered as a better option than buying. Why should I write buying a home? Buying one. Okay. I'm just referring to this one. Okay. And this is where I change the words from the question and still make the same sense to the reader. I'm exactly copy pasting the meaning, but the words are changed. Did you understand? Meaning is same, but the words change. There could be different ways and multiple ways of writing the same thing. You can say that many individuals, what did I do? Instead of some people, I wrote many individuals opt for a rented house. I didn't write renting. I just changed the version of renting to rented. Okay.
Hmm.
Opt for a rented house over a purchase of a property. That means instead of buying a property, I'm renting my house. Now, here the property means the same thing which is written here, house. Hence, I can use property. Many individuals opt for a rented house. You can put these days, many individuals opt for a rented house over a purchase of a property. You can also write there's a trend. Okay. There is a new trend in the urban society Don't you think people are only migrating and that's the reason they are opting for buying or renting? If you have your parents' house, you generally don't think of buying or renting immediately, right? If you're still staying with your parents' house, right? But if you're going for,
Yeah.
let's say, job somewhere, if you're separating from your family, and that's happening mostly in the urban areas, right? So you can say there's a new trend in the urban society. When I say society, it's not the building which is standing. Society as a community. Okay. Uh, there's a new trend in the urban society. Okay, where many individuals opt for blah 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 blah. Okay, same thing. All right. Or you can say renting a house is trending over a purchase of the same. You understand? What am I doing? I'm just adding words here. Otherwise, this means the same thing as this and this. I'm adding little more meaning and reference of urban society. Where is it happening? In developed countries, in urban society, something like that. Now, this is where people take a lot of time. They're thinking, should I write this? Should I write that? How should I start? This is where people spend maximum time in starting. Pick up one, doesn't matter. If you think that you are generally a person who writes very short, then pick the second sentence. If you think that you write really very well, then pick the first. All right, let's put the first one out and the third one out. Okay, think of one sentence which means the same thing. Okay, then what are the advantages and disadvantages of renting your home? What are the advantages and disadvantages? Now I'm thinking, this is a question format. Now I have to write in a statement format. I'm telling the reader that I'm going to tell you, I'm going to answer what you've asked me. So I'm going to say, this essay will highlight, okay, few of the, I cannot write all, right? I can write a book on this, but I have to write only few advantages. What is the other word for advantages?
Benefits.
Benefits, yes. When they ask you benefits, you are advantages, interchangeable. Few of the
Hmm.
benefits, and what is and? Other word for and?
As well
As well as, right? What disadvantages? Disadvantages? Benefits versus, you should know this combination, drawbacks.
job.
Okay. Now, can I add some nice adjectives, suitable adjectives for benefits? What are these benefits? What are the benefits? What could be the advantages of benefits? And not this adjectives for the benefits, sorry. How are the benefits? Either you can say social benefits, financial benefits, okay, economical benefits, something like that, environmental benefits, or else you can say few of the prominent or top benefits, important benefits, crucial benefits, something like that. Okay, few of the prominent main benefits. Which drawbacks? What are the drawbacks? Drawbacks are nothing but in my head.
Common drawbacks.
Common drawbacks, yes, or potential drawbacks. होगा ही जरूरी नहीं है ना. It's not necessary that somebody will have the same, but it's a potential. Potential means there's a possibility. Okay. Common drawbacks means generally people who rent or buy, they have these drawbacks. Okay. Do you understand? I just changed the same sentence. Okay. Whatever it was to this sentence with few more additions. Did you understand how to write an introduction? First
Yes.
sentence is the topic. I just reframe the topic. We call it as paraphrase in technical language. And there's a question. I just rephrase or paraphrase the question with some interesting adjectives. And please change the words as this. or something that you want to really write. There are many words for advantages, merits, plus points, positives, bright side. Okay, you just need to decide what I'm going to write. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, but of what? This essay will highlight few of the prominent benefits as well as drawbacks of what?
Um, renting house.
Yeah, about trend. Okay, of the same situation, or else you literally write the topic of renting. Okay, now this question has to be written from which perspective? Advantages of what?
Renting.
Yes, yes, absolutely right. So when you start now mind mapping, now this is where your mind mapping would be. Please don't start writing immediately. Okay, mind map on your question paper. Separately, you'll mind map. Okay, what are the advantages? So how I'm going to do the mind mapping like this? What are the advantages? First advantage and second advantage. Tell me. Advantage of what? Renting. Renting is better than owning. Tell me first advantage. Quick, quick, quick. We don't have time. In the examination, we don't have enough time.
Renting is benefited to
Why should I stay in a
both
rented house? Ah,
for those who are in job who have to get transferred or
ah.
something.
Why? So what happens when you have rented house?
Uh, we
One
can easily
word.
get that.
Easily change means what? One word for that. You can easily change the house when you need. One word for that.
Um,
One word. Flexibility. Yes or no? Yeah. So think in one word. Rest all is a story. It offers flexibility. How? Then explain. Okay. Jobs, transfers, okay, easy change, so on and so forth. Right? Good. And another advantage?
Access to amenities. I mean, easily we get.
Yes. Access
Uh,
to amenities. Now, where are you? When are you thinking? Whenever you think amenities, I think I've put extra T. Okay. Whenever thinking of access to amenities or when you're saying easy, better, and all, you're comparing in your head, right? In your mind, you're thinking of two scenarios and saying, oh, it's better to have. So, what happens?
yeah.
Rented versus own house. Then what happens? If you're in a rented house, you get access to amenities means what? Ankita and Melita are asking you, thinking about it. I'm thinking, what is she saying? Can you explain? Which amenities?
um,
Amenities
uh,
like,
access
like,
to nearby.
uh-huh,
To
uh-huh. Nearby what? What are the
bank,
amenities for you? Bank.
bank, hospital.
Bank is not an amenity. Okay.
Mm,
That's the infrastructure. Basic amenities for a property, for a society. When you buy the house, you check the amenities
we
for
need
the house.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
such.
that are too basic.
Uh,
Water, electricity, and all,
yeah.
staircase, lift, and all that are too basic. Okay. Other than that, what could be the amenities
Um,
around? Check these property ads. They'll tell you a lot of fancy things to attract
Swimming
you.
pool. Swimming,
Yeah. Right. So you have this fancy things like, yes, swimming
swimming.
pool, clubhouse, gym, alana, falana. Right?
yeah.
Yes, absolutely right. We have access to amenities. Then you can own it also. What's the problem in owning? You can
Yeah.
own the same property and access these families or these amenities, sorry, as a family. But it will turn out to be expensive,
Hmm.
right? So
Yes.
if you want to explore these amenities, if you're somebody that you think that, oh, I'm going to use my swimming pool, gym, clubhouse, and all, and when I'm young, I'm going to use it. Am I going to swim probably at the age of 50, 60? Probably no. I'm not saying that people don't swim. But I think people are quite excited about adventurous things and amenities in the young age, right? After that, they feel their home is the only amenity that they want, right? Yes. So maybe you can say, I can access the amenities which I want as per the age, as per the needs of the family. Yes or no? For example, if you're a family with kids, then you can really opt for a rented house with such fancy things. If you're a family with old people, then you should have this wheelchair and you should have this lift and security, right? So that everything is safe and sound around you. Okay. If you are just a bachelor, spinster, okay, then you can really have the basic amenities what are needed for you. You can really rent out a place which is closer to station or closer to recreation facilities. Okay, they not have the amenities, keep it minimum. So you can really have the flexibility. This, I think it's more of flexibility only. Again and again, I'm just going to the same thing. If there's nothing else, then I can take this. But don't you think there are more reasons to to rent than own, other than flexibility and amenities? I can put this here
Yeah,
only.
we can pay a fixed amount of
Yeah, right.
renting.
I think the financial reasons,
Yeah, Sana.
okay? It is financially easy, comfortable,
Easy.
convenient, okay, for people. Okay, means, can you explain how come renting is financially convenient for certain people? The people who are renting, they think that, oh, it's better to rent. Why to own? How is the finance involved in renting and owning? If I want to
And
buy the same property when I'm staying, wherever I'm staying, right now, if I'm staying on rent, what would be the involvement of finance? Huge capital, down
yeah,
payment,
too much
finance
amount,
related
yeah,
words.
investment.
Yes. Okay. So, down payment. Okay. Investment. Okay. You lock your funds. If you want to go abroad, you require 20 lakhs. But instead of going abroad, what do? You lock your funds in buying a property. You understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're locking your funds. So you have to forego a lot of other opportunities in life.
Hmm.
Right? With the same money, you can do something else. Somebody can probably upgrade themselves by, joining a course somewhere, but they're not able to do it. Why? Because they're locked financially. Their EMIs over and above that, there's EMI down payment of 20 lakhs plus every month 50,000, 60, I don't know, 20,000, 10,000, whatever EMIs you're paying. So you're financially locked. You're unable to do anything else. You end up paying. Okay. So versus the renting where you're only committed to monthly payouts, right? If you need, and you have that flexibility to change the house also. If you think, oh, your parents are going to stay for the next 2 years with you can really buy a bigger house. Oh, now you have got children and parents, you can buy even bigger house. Oh, you're a bachelor or you're moved out of the family, only two of you, one of you single, then you can go for a smaller house. There's a lot of flexibility that you can actually have in the rented house. And same thing, it should not go to the same word. Actually, it should be from flexibility. You should be, other than flexibility, there's a financial convenience also. This is how we'll be thinking of, right? Okay. Paragraph 2. What should be the P2? Disadvantages
Disadvantage.
of what?
Renting
Yeah, means what I'm
versus owning.
thinking. I'm saying, no. Renting is not better or not good. Why? It's better to own. One reason. One word. The other side of the same thing. The other side of the same thing. If I'm paying monthly, at the end of it, what happens? I have no ownership.
Yeah.
Although I'm paying hefty EMIs.
Yeah, the
Okay.
same amount we can pay as
Yeah, the
EMI,
same or
invest.
slightly higher amount you can do and create an asset for you. All these are technical economics words. It's just that you should understand and then write. Okay. You can build an
Yeah.
asset over a period of time so that when you retire, when you don't have any funds with you, major funds flowing in, that time you can use this asset, which is loan free, right? Also, other than the financial part, no ownership means lot of approvals from the landlord. Yes or no? Every time you have to ask the landlord,
Yes.
should I put the nail here? Should I, put my photo frames here? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I change the color? No. Can you change the color of your choice? No, you have to stay with the same
No.
walls, right? If there's a leakage, if there's anything to be changed, you cannot shift your kitchen to bedroom, bedroom to kitchen, or you cannot make it bigger or smaller. You have to stay in the same house. Okay. Then there are a lot of approvals. Third thing, if you can't think of this, then no emotional connections.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
When you have a house, do you stay in a rented house right now or your own house?
Own house.
Own house. Have you lived in the same house for the last 10 years, 20
Yeah.
years? Yeah. Your mom, your grandfather, grandmother, parents, friends, they must be coming in. You remember that balcony? We used to stay there, sit there, look outside, eat food, play games, play carom. Yes or no? So there are certain emotional connections with the house, which are not there in a rented property because you keep changing every now and then. Got
Mm.
it? Okay.
Yes.
Also, you can use the same thing as a flexibility also as the other thing. Okay. I'm just giving you options. I'm not saying you should think of four, but I'm just giving you options. Like flexibility, people talk about flexibility, but there are
Also,
charges
at
to,
some places, they do not let to keep pets.
yeah, right, right. So
Mm.
that is another thing. So here I'm referring to the charges. Okay. So it's not easy
Hmm.
to uproot yourself every time. Yes or
Yes.
no?
Hmm.
Every time, you will take your family, settle down somewhere else, new school, new chakki wala, new laundry wala, new
Yeah.
everything, new security guard, new neighbors. Okay. It's not easy to uproot yourself every or very frequently. There are there's emotional fatigue, emotionally drained. You feel that, oh, now my friends won't be there with me. Okay. Your elderly parents might feel, oh, I used to go for a walk with somebody. Now that person won't be there. Okay. That is one thing. The other thing which Lisa mentioned, what was the point, Lisa?
Regarding the pets, so at some places,
Yeah,
those who stay at
right.
rent, they don't let
So
keep
in the
pets.
approvals of landlords only, the same thing
Landlord.
can be
Hmm.
society norms.
Yeah.
Okay. For
Society
the
norms.
rented people would be different. Okay.
Hmm.
So the pets are not allowed. Okay. Or certain other rules. You can give this as an example in this. Okay. Do you understand? Now you have to only pick two. If you allow your brain to keep thinking, it will keep thinking for next half an hour also. Right? But right now we are only thinking any two. Tell me which two should we take? Which two are overlapping? We'll merge them. You can
Hmm.
also say
We
this.
can keep this approvals. We can keep landlord
Yeah. So we
sentence.
can merge this. Okay.
Yeah.
And we can say you have no ownership. Okay. You pay this hefty
Huh.
amount, you have no ownership. Over and above that, you have to take approvals also of the society and follow the rules of the society. So just
Yes.
connect this,
Hmm.
and then you can say that this one flexibility, okay, is not easy. When people talk of flexibility, it's not easy. And every time you change, what happens? There are no emotional connections. Got it? This is how
Hmm.
instead of dropping the idea altogether, I'm trying to merge it so that it becomes more meaningful.
Mm.
Did you understand?
Yes,
Hmm?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Now you create your own shortcuts. If you think huge capitals instead of huge, you can put more capital up arrow or capital is cap or convenience is CONV, financial is fin.
Hmm.
Okay, down payment is down arrow and pay. Investment is INVT. You can create your own things, okay, for your own understanding. Now I'm going to write the same thing in paragraph 1. This is my mind mapping. I'm going to spend only 3 or 4 minutes. Now, since you have done it for the first time, you must have taken probably, let's say, 10 minutes today, right? But tomorrow, when you're doing it again, will you take same 10 minutes? No, because the ideas are ready.
Hmm.
है ना? कल खाना पकाया तो आज सिर्फ गरम करके खाना है. You understand?
Yeah.
That way. It's not that you're starting everything from scratch. So
Yeah.
things are ready. Let's now start writing. How should I write? They have told you how should I write. Take the mind map, keep that into consideration. Advantages. Let me start by the topic sentence. What is a topic sentence? There are several advantages of so and so. You understand?
Hmm.
But I don't want to write advantages. So what should I write? I've already written benefits. Third word, merit.
Merits and
Yeah. Of staying
demerits.
in a rented property or accommodation. I don't want to use property n number of times. There are several merits of staying in a rental accommodation. That's it. Then the fourth sentence is firstly. This indicates to the reader this is the first point, which is that the same thing. This firstly, comma, this. Now make a sentence out of this. Okay. Firstly means first positive. Okay. It offers flexibility. Okay. How? Explain flexibility, especially for those who have jobs, okay, which are transferable. Sounds transferable, sounds like your job, transferring the job, which involves transfers. Okay, which transfers? Frequent transfers. I'm okay to transfer 5 years, 10 years, but in every year, if they're getting a transfer every 2 years, then it's difficult to settle down, right? Frequent transfer. Okay, full stop. How come? Okay, in such cases, such is nothing but a connection with the previous sentence. Okay, in such cases, hereby it I such cases, okay, the residents, the people who are going to stay, or tenants, okay, get residents. Why should I say residents? Tenants or individuals, okay, get easy access to the required amenities. I'm trying to add adjectives. Okay, required amenities. Okay, required amenities is due to the choices they have. Yes or no? While renting the property. For example, if I'm my own building, society, room, flat,
Yes.
apartment, I really don't have the choice. If I get a job site, let's say in Ghatkopar, Goregaon, Dahisar, Danu, I really cannot go there because my house is here. I'm so emotionally connected. So what happens? I get easy access to the required amenities due to the choices that I have while renting the property. Okay. Example, for example, if someone, okay, enjoys. Did it restart? Hello, am I connected?
No?
Am I there in the class? I think it got disconnected for a few seconds. Am I there
Yes.
now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking if someone enjoys fancy facilities, okay, like swimming pool, gym, clubhouse, okay, they can afford more in rented places for a short period of time than owning it for lifetime, right? I'm just removing the
Yes.
word. Did you understand? I'm just saying that maybe I just want to enjoy and experience it for a short period of time, I can do that. Okay. Something like that I've explained, and then I've given the examples. All this is done. Secondly, what was the secondly?
Second point.
Yeah. P1 owning is done. This is done. Now, secondly, financially capital, financially convenient. Financially convenient. Okay. Secondly, comma, renting. How many times I'll write renting? Leasing
Leasing.
can be financially convenient, okay, over buying a property by locking huge amount of funds in, I'm just changing as per my thought process, okay, in capital and down payment. Don't write and down payment. Okay. Now people will say it's yours
Yeah.
finally, no? Although, okay, it can be an investment, futuristic investment. Okay. One locking funds is over. One might have to forego a lot of other opportunities. Okay. I'm just thinking, should I really write? I've written already enough. How many 100 words I've already crossed? So then don't stretch it further. If this sounds like a completed one, okay, just close this.
Yeah.
You can say, okay, hence, okay, people, or hence all these, hence people look out for rented options than uh, finding themselves burdened by such investment. Okay, that's it. I'm just closing it. So what did I do? I opened the para and I closed the para. Okay, and I wrote one point and I wrote the second point. Okay, whatever my point was, this was my point, right? I gave an explanation. This was an explanation. You can keep the explanation very, very brief. Okay, this was the explanation. Right? This was my second point, financially convenient. I gave an explanation for that. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
this was the explanation. So computer is going to always sense. Did you write the topic sentence? Yes. That means you gave the clue what I'm going to write. Did you write the clue words like firstly? They are called as signposts. These words are called as signposts. Signpost means these are the words which indicate, oh, this is the first point. Oh, this is the second point. Okay, such is also a signpost. That means it's a connector. Okay, for example, is a signpost. The computer is going to sense, is it flowing in a particular direction? Although it's a signpost. Okay, I'm writing negative of that side. That means they understand, oh, they're trying to prove that this is a positive side. Hence is a signpost. Okay, okay, then comparative, it's a signpost. It is indicating something to the reader or to the computer. Okay, when I say several merits, it helps the reader to understand, oh, this entire paragraph is about the merits. Okay, this is an indicator. You understand several means there's going to be a long list of it. Got it? If the paragraph, if the moderator or the computer understands this is the structure of your paragraph, you get full points. Okay, beyond 8. Okay, they'll say, okay, this paragraph has got these ideas flowing firstly, secondly, hence, okay. It has got the idea with an explanation, very good. It has got 2 points and limited information in around 100, words, not like 60 words or not 150 words. Okay, perfect. And then they'll check the grammar. If there's any grammar problem, S, has, have, it, all these small things here and there, comma and all. If these things are missing, again, you have the grammar points getting reduced. Do you understand? Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
This is called as paragraph writing. All good?
Yeah.